This is the Mohawk Valley Business Journal here with Brian O'Dwyer, Senior Vice President at Icon Development Solutions. Hi Brian, can you tell us a little bit about Icon and what it is you do here?
Sure, Tracy. So Icon is a global clinical research organization. So what we do is we test drugs on behalf of the pharmaceutical companies for new treatments that are being developed for different therapeutic areas. Specifically here in the Whitesboro area, we do some lab testing of clinical samples that are taken from patient sites during the conduct of those trials. So Icon as a whole does the clinical part as well as the lab testing, and then we do the data management on the back end, which ultimately creates an entire data package which goes to the FDA for approval of those drugs. So we do a lot of the lab testing here in Whitesboro. The business has been in operation here for nearly 25 years, and what we're testing is how the drug breaks down in the patient's body over a period of time, which ultimately then the FDA will look at that information and say whether this drug is safe, and then they will look and see the patient outcome and whether the disease is rescinding or whether it is being cured completely, and then they will approve that drug for public consumption.
Okay. And what's new here at Icon this year?
Well, actually, the lab here has been growing very strongly over the last 25 years, pretty consistently. This last year, we're growing two of our lab areas. The whole area of biomarker testing is a growing and expanding area in our industry, whereby the pharmaceutical companies are looking to identify whether their drug is going to be more effective earlier in the drug process. So we're developing a standalone biomarker laboratory, and we're also developing a cell-based assay laboratory. So we do two types of testing in terms of our labs. There's a plate-based assay where you go and you buy a kit and you will test the drug in that kit to see how it's performing, and then sometimes you need to test it on live cells to see how the cells are performing with that drug in place. So we're developing a whole cell-based assay laboratory which will do cell-based testing.
Okay, and will you be adding some new employees with this growth?
Over time we will be, yes. We're just getting those labs up and running right now, so we're investing in the necessary automation and instrumentation that's required to do that testing. But as the lab grows and as the business grows, feeding those labs, we will be increasing our staff base.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure.